You guys, this is Mr. H. I am going to do question number 21 from the August 2025 Algebra 1 Regents exam. It's a pretty straightforward question. Here's the part that makes it difficult. Most students mess up on the subtract from, so they get it confused, right? So what I've written here is I said 8 subtracted from 20. Do you write that like this, 8 minus 20, or do you do 20 minus 8? Which one would it be when I say 8 subtracted from 20? Which one would it be? Would it be the first one or the second one? Well, hopefully you would say the second one, because this is, the 8 is being taken away from the 20. That's what this is saying. But the problem is, if you do it this way, you get a negative 12. If you do it this way, you get a positive 12. And this is the answer that you should get. And some of the students are messing up on the direction of what's being subtracted from which. All right. Now, having said that, what you should see is that there are a bunch of expressions in the answer choices. So you should say, hey, I can store and get in, and hopefully figure out the answer. Right? So that's what we're going to use. We're going to store and we're going to figure it out that way. So once I go here, I'm going to use the main calculate screen, and then I'm going to store a number. I'm going to use 7 now. I'm not going to use $1.23 because I don't want decimals for this one. All right. So I put that in. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate what this is, and I'm going to calculate what this is, and then I'm going to subtract this number from this number. So watch what I do. So this is going to be 6x to the third power, 6x to the third power minus 2x plus 8, right? And I get 2052. Now, I'm going to do the same thing for the next number. It's going to be 5x to the third power plus 3x minus 4. And then I press enter. All right, so I get 1,732. But what this question is saying is they want me to subtract this number from this number. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do 1732 minus 2052. And obviously one is bigger, so I'm going to get a negative. The second one is bigger, so I'm going to get a negative number. It doesn't matter. That's what we're looking for. When we come in here and we store our numbers, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a negative 320. So let's do that until we find the one that matches this. So I'm going to go here, and then I'm just going to go and I'm just going to check each one of these answer choices until I get a negative 320. So let's go. So this is going to be x to the third power, x to the third power, minus 5x plus 12 equals 320. Close, but it's not negative, right? So if you look at number 3, it's almost the same question except the sign is different. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Control Z. All right, so let's go up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this, and then I'm going to change this to a negative, and then I'm going to change this to a positive, and then I'm going to change this to a negative, right? So basically what I'm looking at is I've already eliminated question 1, but I'm trying question 3 since it was close, and when I do that and press enter, I get a negative 320. So this is actually my answer. Now these two are very similar, but one is positive and the other one is negative. We're looking for the negative 320. That's what you're doing. So we don't have to check the other ones, because as soon as we find that, we're good. All right, so I can go here now, and I know that the answer is number 3. Be careful. I think one of the reasons that a lot of students miss this is that they got the order wrong. They were doing this instead of doing this. All right, be careful. But the technique, the strategy that you use on this problem is you're storing numbers. That's the key. But you still have to know what subtract from means in order to get this right. All right, I'm going to stop and I'm going to post this.